All right. When I left you, just a reminder, our man Gideon had been talking to this visitor who just so happens to be God. And he's now gone to make him a meal. And nothing in the world, nothing on the outside has changed. The oppression is still there. The problems are still there. And yet, as he's been talking to this visitor, something's begin to change in him. The turmoil has begun to calm, and he can't quite put his finger on what it is, but something is different. Something is shifting. And so Gideon brings this meal to this visitor, and we read this next passage. And fire sprang up from the rock that Gideon had put the food on and consumed the meat and the unleavened cakes. And the angel of the Lord vanished from his sight. Then Gideon perceived that he was the angel of the Lord. And Gideon said, "Alas, O Lord God, for now I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face." And Gideon feared for his life. But the Lord said to him, "Peace be to you. Do not fear. You shall not die." And in that moment, everything that Gideon had been feeling, all the shifting that had been taking place, the reason why he started to feel the oppression lift, it all comes crashing when he hears the word, "Shalom, Gideon." Peace to you. All of a sudden it clicks. That's what I've been missing. For 7 long years, since I was a youth, I have not felt peace like this. I have not felt this calm, this soundness, this feeling like everything's gonna be okay. And yet, as I've been talking to this visitor, as I've been talking to God, I have felt nothing but that in his presence. I have felt like I could go and take on the world. I've been experiencing the peace of God, and I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to go away. As I was sitting here thinking to myself, what is this even kind of like? What is this even possibly kind of like? You know, it's kind of like when your house is in complete disarray and you're late to work and everything's going crazy, but you sit down with that perfect cup of coffee or tea and you take a sip and everything's all right. It's kind of like that, but better. It's kind of like when there's a burden and everything in your world's been kind of haywire, and you go to a friend's house or you're spending time with a friend, or you maybe just, because of everything going on, you sit there and have a meaningful heart-to-heart phone call with a friend, and all of a sudden you get done with that phone call and you feel like you've been heard. It's kind of like that, but better. Or maybe for you mamas out there, it's like when you've been carrying a child in your womb for a long, long time, and all of a sudden that child comes out, and even though you've gone through the trauma of the past months, and especially the past, few hours or days, you're holding that child there in your arms, face to face with them, and everything's okay. It's kind of like that, but better. Gideon is experiencing the peace of God, and it's been far too long.